my channel, y'all. Today we are going to discuss my review of the 2024 Royal Rumble. So if that interests you or you want to learn a little bit more about wrestling culture, please continue watching the video. Okay, to kick this review off, y'all, I'm going to just go in order in how the matches appeared on Saturday. So the first match that we saw was a Royal Rumble match. It was the women's, and y'all, the women's, in my opinion, was the best match of the night. I'm gonna get into why it was, but I literally had goosebumps. Not the whole match, because it did get a kind of little bit boring in some parts, but from the get-go, y'all, I had goosebumps. So let's get into the women's match review. Okay, starting with the women's Royal Rumble. Oh my God, out the gate, y'all, they gave us a goosebump moment. Not only did we first have Natalya, which I feel like Natalya deserves so much better than what she gets, because she's literally an icon and ushering this new women's division. But we had freaking Naomi make a return. Y'all, Naomi has been gone from WWE. She was wrestling in TNA. She had been gone for a couple of years, I think since like 2021 or 2022. And she came back, y'all. When I saw the lights dim and it was like, bring it to the flow, I said, Naomi! And she came right out the back. And then it was a goosebump moment because the crowd was saying what did they say? We really missed you. And then she's from Florida, so it just made it better, y'all. I just thought that was a touching moment. I thought that was really good. And I just love how they opened it right out the gate, giving us Naomi, giving us a return that we hadn't seen. We hadn't seen her on WWE in like years. So I thought that was perfect for them to do. And then another person that we had, they didn't really make a debut because they're still on TNA. I did not know of her until this match, y'all. But her name is Jordynne Grace. I don't know where the pictures are going to be at this week, y'all. I think they're going to be over here because I'm sitting to where they can kind of be over here. Y'all, her body, when she came out, I said, oh no. Y'all, if I was in the Royal Rumble and I seen Jordynne Grace come out, y'all, I would have jumped over the top rope. I would have eliminated myself. Her body was giving immaculate. Her physique, oh my God. And then it was a moment because her and Naomi had a feud in TNA, because I don't watch TNA, so they did have a feud in TNA, and she actually took the TNA belt from Naomi, which led Naomi to come back over here. So I was in shock and in awe when I saw Jordynne Grace. I was like, y'all, the women's division, and not just in WWE, I've been hearing the women's division just in all overall sports entertainment, wrestling has been getting good, and she is proof of it, y'all. She had a stellar performance in this Royal Rumble match, and I don't even know her. Now they got me wanting to get cable so I can watch TNA, because I have to see Jordynne Grace in action. I just saw her in action in Royal Rumble, but y'all, I'm telling y'all, please go look up. Well, she's gonna be right here. Her physique, I was in shock, y'all. Like, I was like, who is this girl? And then another funny moment in the match, y'all. R-Truth came out, and he literally, it was so funny. He came out and said, where the men at? Like, Truth, like, R-Truth, this is not the men's Royal Rumble. I just thought that was funny for them to throw in there, because R-Truth has literally he's been keeping me entertained on Monday Night Raw, because sometimes Monday Night Raw can get a little stale, especially like with the same old like different type of people and stuff. So to see R-Truth come out and say that, y'all, I was cracking up, dying laughing. And then, y'all, we got the debut we've been wanting, Jade Cargill, y'all. Oh my God, when she came out, y'all, mind you, the match was the women's match was good overall. It was getting really good. And then when Becky Lynch came out, when Nia Jax came out, that's when it started getting good, because we were like, okay, Nia Jax is out, how many girls is she gonna eliminate? Then Becky Lynch came out, and I remember Becky Lynch came out at number 21, y'all, because I was pissed she came out at number 21, because I was like, why would they put Becky at 21? That means she's gonna be fresh, because Bayley came out at number 3, y'all. I was like, she's gonna be fresh and she's gonna win, she's gonna take this from Bayley. But oh, how the turntables she didn't. We're gonna get into that. But Jade Cargill came out, y'all. Goosebumps, y'all. She came out and annihilated everyone. She came, y'all, if you don't watch wrestling, Nia Jax, she is on the plus size end. She came out and picked up Nia Jax like she was a feather. And not only did she pick her up and slam her, she picked her up again, y'all, and she eliminated her. I was like, this woman is like Superwoman. And then after that, we got this bit where it's her, y'all. It's an iconic moment in my eyes because they're two African-American women at that. We had this moment where it's Bianca Belair, another powerhouse. I said it in my last video, y'all, my predictions. I would love to see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill in a match. And you kind of saw a glimpse of that because both of them are holding, I think Jade was holding Becky Lynch, and then Bianca Belair was holding Liv Morgan, and they held them up and they're staring at each other, literally pressing these women, and they throw them down and they were about to have a face-to-face, and I'm like, are they about to buck in the middle of the ring? Because y'all, that is one of my dream matches, y'all. Oh, like when Jade Cargill came out, y'all, I lost it. I was like, this is when the goosebumps start to really hit, y'all. And it only continued from there. The goosebumps only continued from there. And then I got the ending that I wanted, y'all. I got the ending that I wanted. Bayley, no other than Bayley, she took home the winner spot for the Royal Rumble, y'all. To say that I was excited, y'all, let me tell y'all what I did. When I found out Bayley won, I snatched my bonnet off. I was wearing my pink bonnet. I snatched my bonnet off and I hit it back and forth and I said, that's what I'm bleep, bleep, bleep. I can't cuss. I'm trying not to cuss because I'm still trying to figure out this YouTube-ness type of stuff and I don't want them to block out my video. But y'all, I was saying every cuss word known to man because I was so proud because Bayley does not get treated like Bayley is a freaking 4-horsewoman, okay? She is one of the founding women that ushered in this new generation by Stephanie McMahon when they wanted to change. And I feel like she does not get treated like that. Like I said it in my last video, she does not get treated like she's a 4-horsewoman. She gets treated like she's just some random off the street, and she is not. She is freaking Bayley. So just to see her win and come in at spot 3, I love that they put her at spot 3. Because it showed how she fought to get to winning. Like, it was no easy task either, y'all. She fought to win, and I love how they put her at number 3, and I'm just so happy that she won, y'all, because I told y'all she was my pick, and I'm so happy that she won, y'all. Like, literally, I was almost in tears. I did not cry, but I was almost in tears because I was just so proud of her. Now, here are my predictions of what I think is going to happen following the Royal Rumble. So now we're on the road to WrestleMania. WrestleMania is scheduled for April, the first week of April. I can't remember that first Saturday. So now we're on the road to WrestleMania, and I think that the Royal Rumble did a good job of setting up feuds or beefs that's about to happen on the women's side. So these are kind of my predictions of what I think, or who's going to beef, or I think is going to happen leading up to the road to WrestleMania. I do think that Jade Cargill's first enemy or feud is going to be with Nia Jax because, y'all, Nia Jax does not let anything go. You think she's going to let go for a second for a fact that freaking Jade Cargill on her debut tossed her out in the Royal Rumble? No, y'all. I think she's gonna attack Jade on Monday Night Raw. I don't know what Jade's gonna be on. I think she's gonna be on Monday Night Raw though, because they need more hard hitting over there. I think she's gonna attack her on Monday Night Raw, and I think their feud is gonna begin. And I think they're gonna have a match at WrestleMania. I think they're gonna give Jade Cargill a match at WrestleMania, or they might give her an Elimination Chamber match. I don't think so because I think she's gonna be in the Elimination Chamber, but we'll keep our eye on that. But I think that's what it's gonna lead up to. I think her first feud is gonna be with Nia Jax. Now, y'all, my next prediction, it's not even a prediction, it's a fact. Damage Control will no longer be Damage Control, okay? Let me paint you back to the Royal Rumble, right? Royal Rumble is happening. Io Sky and Asuka come out, right? Asuka comes out and she's helping Bayley, but she being shady to her. Like when they beat somebody up, she's not giving Bayley a high five. She ain't being her friend at all. And I'm looking at Bayley like, how you don't tell these people are not your friend? So then I think they had some type of plan because as Asuka and Kairi Sane got eliminated, Bayley's yelling at them like, y'all, what happened to the plan? What happened to the plan? As in ooh, that hurt. Just WWE myself. She's like, what happened to the plan? And I'm like, yeah, I think they had a plan and they got thrown out on purpose probably to leave Bayley in there so she could lose. And then we fast forward, making up my own words. Then we fast forward to Bayley winning and Io doesn't even look happy. And I'm like, what the freak? So I think now, y'all, Bayley wins the Royal Rumble, right? She already won it. I don't know if it's going to happen this SmackDown. They need to hurry up and make it happen. But I think Damage Control is going to beat her up. They're going to beat her down. They're going to beat her up. And they're going to turn on her. And that's going to lead us to Bayley versus Io Sky at WrestleMania. I don't think it's gonna headline because I think they're gonna make whoever goes against Rhea Ripley, who I still think will be Becky Lynch. I think they're gonna make it to where they headline. I don't think it will be Io and Bayley, even though Bayley deserves a headline match. I digress. I'm Team Bayley, but I think that's what's gonna happen, and I cannot wait. Like, I love Bayley, but I cannot wait till they turn. Damage Control turns on her so she can be a baby face again. My final prediction leading up to Road to WrestleMania is that I still think, even though she lost and she got tossed out, I still think Becky Lynch is going to face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. I think they're going to headline. I don't know. Okay, I think they are going to headline. I think it's about to be a story of Becky Lynch is going to have to fight her way back up to get to Rhea Ripley. I do think she's going to participate in the Elimination Chamber. I think she's going to win the Elimination Chamber, and I think it's going to come down to her and Jade Cargill. Look at me trying to guess. Mark my words. Y'all heard it first. If it happens, I think it's going to be her and Jade Cargill in the last two Elimination Chamber, and I think she's going to go on to face Rhea at WrestleMania. Night 1. So my top star of the Women's Royal Rumble match, I couldn't really choose one woman, y'all, so I chose 3. So I chose Jordynne Grace. I know, crazy. She's not in WWE, y'all, but if you go back and watch the Royal Rumble, please look how impressive she was. She was so impressive. I chose Bayley, of course, because she won, and I chose Jade Cargill on the fact that she came in and she dominated, and she tossed Nia Jax out, and she was in the final 3 on her debut, y'all. So really, should it really be Jade? It should be, but I gotta put Bayley in there somewhere. So all in all, y'all, I'm going to give the Women's Royal Rumble a 7 out of 10, maybe an 8. I will give it a 7 out of 10 because it was a great match, honestly. I feel like I was smiling and happy and getting goosebumps and laughing throughout the whole women's match. From Chelsea Green getting smushed constantly by Piper Niven, to Bayley winning the freaking Royal Rumble, to having Naomi back, to having Jade Cargill lift Nia Jax up. To me, it was entertaining. It was one of the most entertaining matches of the night. I won't fully give it a 10 because I feel like it could have been more, but I think it was a great entertaining match, and I'm just so happy that this women's division is probably the top women's division in WWE that we've had in a very long time. Like, I think it's safe to say now, even though it's been way past this, that these women are here for business. Like, they standing on business, and they is not playing. Like, look at the roster now. Even with Naomi coming back, now Jade Cargill, like, we're about to have some marquee matches in the women's division, and it won't be denied. Like, the women are about to be leading. Like, now we're on to the Fatal 4-Way that was for the Unified Championship. It was Roman Reigns versus LA Knight versus Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. A lot of names. But overall, this match, it actually was good. Okay. It was better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of boring because we knew the outcome, but it actually was a fun and entertaining match. Even though Roman cheated and he retained, I just think that he still looked good in this match. Like, if that makes sense, like, he still wrestled pretty good. I love at the beginning where they beat him down. They were like, yeah, you're not getting out of this one. That was good, but I don't know. I guess I was just too excited for the Women's Royal Rumble and the men's that I didn't really care for the singles matches for the championships that were in this. So overall, it was a good match. I watched it all the way through. I didn't fast forward it, so that's a good sign. But the one moment that scared me though, AJ freaking Styles, he's literally trying to do the phenomenal forearm, I think, and he's jumping on the top ropes, and then somehow I think Randy Orton pushes LA Knight, or Roman pushes LA Knight into the ropes. I can't remember. And he bumps, LA Knight bumps into the ropes, and AJ Styles hits face first on the ropes, y'all. And I was like, I literally put in my comment on Notion, I put, is AJ Styles okay? Y'all, it scared me. Like, I thought, and he knocked out after that. I was like, oh Lord, like. But overall, it was a good match. Roman still cheated. He still retained. But he had to retain, y'all. Okay? Because this WrestleMania match is going to be one for the books. And then next, after the Fatal 4-Way, we had the United States Championship match between Logan Paul and Kevin Owens. That actually was, to me, better than the Fatal 4-Way. I was more entertained in that match. Of course, Logan Paul retained because he slick cheated but didn't cheat. Like, it was a whole big ordeal, y'all. I kind of knew that Logan Paul was going to retain because in the fact, I still think my prediction is right. I think LA Knight and him are going to start feuding. And I think LA Knight's going to take the United States Championship from him. So he retained and he won. It was still like crazy though, because first off, let's rewind before the match started. So Jelly Roll is a singer. And Michael Cole, the announcer, he goes, "Oh, Jelly Roll kind of looks like Kevin Owens." Y'all, I died when he said Kevin Owens and Jelly Roll look alike. I don't know why that was so funny to me, y'all, but I was like, Michael Cole, no they don't. I was dying laughing. Y'all not gonna get why it's funny, but it's like, go look up. Well, he's gonna be right here. Look at Kevin Owens and look at Jelly Roll. They do not look alike. It tickled me, y'all. I was dying laughing for about a good 5 minutes after he said that. And then in the final minutes of the freaking match, Kevin Owens literally he's pinning Logan Paul, and then we see the brass knuckles, y'all. So my god. So how Logan Paul cheats is that he always has one of his people from his entourage slide him brass knuckles. This time Kevin Owens kind of grabbed the brass knuckles and he hits Logan Paul with them. So Kevin Owens cheats basically, and he's pinning Logan Paul, and then the referee sees the brass knuckles, and I was like, no, Kevin, why didn't you throw the brass knuckles off before you pin him? Y'all, I was so like, oh, I was so mad. But then Kevin Owens beats him up at the end. Kevin Owens doesn't win, but he still won in the end because he beat Logan Paul up. So the last match of the night for the Royal Rumble was, of course, the Men's Royal Rumble. And the Men's Royal Rumble, I still don't know how to feel about it. So let's get into it. So the winner of this Royal Rumble was indeed Cody Rhodes. And y'all, I don't know if I'm just salty because Sami Zayn or CM Punk didn't win. Y'all, I don't know. But Cody Rhodes is the winner, y'all. And at first when he won, I was so salty. I was mad. I'm not even gonna hold you. I literally put in my notes, I was disappointed. Disappointment it hurts more than being mad. I was very disappointed. But I did love the storytelling in the Men's Royal Rumble more than I liked the women's. I think they told a beautiful story in the Royal Rumbles for the men's. Like, even from having the number one person that came out was Jey Uso. And then as he came out, y'all, I was like, they're going to put Jimmy at number 2. Lo and behold, Jimmy Uso was number 2. And that told a beautiful story just from them both coming out to Jay's face, how he loves his twin brother, but he still doesn't forgive him yet. He's still hurt by him, and how he cost him the championship against Roman, to them wearing the same freaking tribal necklace, y'all. It was down to the details. I was like, this is so beautiful. And then they started fighting, and it just gave us a teaser, y'all. It gave us a teaser of, I think they're gonna have a match at WrestleMania. I think it's gonna happen. But I just thought that was beautiful storytelling, to have them open the show and have them fight each other. I just thought it was good. Great job, WWE. And then we had the return of Andrade. Y'all, Andrade has not been in the WWE. I think he was on AEW, but at his time in WWE, he was a fantastic talent. They didn't do a lot with him. Like, he is lucha libre. Like, he is so freaking good, man. So to see him come back, and he got a standing ovation, and he did good in the Royal Rumble, like, y'all, this is about to be a great year at WWE. I can even tell with the returns that we had, but having Andrade back, I was like, freaking the freak out. And then this is when it kind of went downhill for me. Y'all know Gunther was one of my picks. I really wanted Gunther to win. But I just hate where they put Gunther in the match. Like, they put him at number 18, and I just feel like putting him at number 18 did not show. I feel like he lost his dominance in a way. Because like I told you before, the past Royal Rumbles, Gunther has entered at like 2 or 3, and he stayed all the way in to the match, and he showed dominance. This Royal Rumble, y'all, I don't know what, but Gunther to me lost his dominance. He didn't seem that dominant. Now, he did hit a chop to Carmelo Hayes that I almost jumped to the TV and asked Carmelo Hayes, was he okay? Like, that chop, I said, come again? You heard it rumble. Like, I swear I felt it too. Like, so that he showed his dominance. But I just think having him at 18, I guess they put him at 18 because they knew he wasn't going to win. But I don't know. I was kind of disappointed in Gunther's showing, though. I still think that he's a great Intercontinental Championship. And I think that it's about to be a storyline that picks up from that, but I'm gonna get to that a little later on. And then the match went up again, y'all, because Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is an NXT star, and I put him in my last video when I said this, like, Braun Breaker should be in the Royal Rumble. Like, he should remake his debut in the Royal Rumble. Y'all, Braun Breaker ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He came out because at around this time before Braun Breaker came out, the match was kind of dipping a little. It was getting a little boring. Okay, it was a little tad bit boring. And then Braun Breaker came out, and you heard you heard his music, and you heard people barking because that's his thing. People bark like because he's one of the dogs, and he came out like a fireball. He came out spearing people left and right. He was screaming. The audience was barking, like everybody was rooting for Braun Breaker. And I've been saying this. Braun Breaker needs to get out of NXT, y'all. He absolutely shined in the Royal Rumble. I'm telling y'all, it was one moment where he speared freaking Ivar. Ivar is about 300 and something pounds. Ivar jumped off the top rope to try to hit some body slam. He speared Ivar off the top rope. It almost broke him in half. In shambles. I was in shambles. Y'all, I literally was so hyped. Because this is around the time I was falling asleep too, y'all. Because I go to sleep at 8 o'clock. This Royal Rumble was going on to 12 a.m. It was around 11:30 at this time, 11:40. And girl, I was almost asleep. And when he came out, y'all, I woke up. I was screaming. I was like, oh my God. It was so good. Like, Braun Breaker showed why he's called Badass Braun Breaker. Like, ooh, if you don't watch anything else in that Royal Rumble, please watch when Braun Breaker, I can't remember what number he came out. Please watch when he came out. He absolutely was the best. And then another that went down for me, I love Pat McAfee. I love when he comes back and he calls the Royal Rumble because he's confused like everybody else. I just hate they wasted a spot on him. I really wanted them to give that spot that they wasted on him because he ended up jumping out anyway when he saw Omos. I wish they would have gave that spot to Chad Gable. Like, I just think Chad Gable would have been awesome in this match against Ivar again, just against other talents that are on Raw. I think he's on SmackDown. There are other talents that are on SmackDown. I think he would have been great. I wish, it's funny. It was funny with the Pat McAfee, but I wish they would have gave that spot to Chad Gable. I just think it would have been better utilized. But we do need comedy in the Royal Rumble, so I get it. And y'all, then we get to the final moments of the Royal Rumble. And at this point, I'm over the seat like crazy because Sami Zayn came out at number 30, and I was like, ah, Sami Zayn. And what's funny is I forgot Sami Zayn was gonna probably come out. So when he came out, I said, oh my God, because y'all know he was my pick. He came out, he got eliminated, and I'm like, okay. Then it was down to Drew McIntyre, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk, and I'm like, oh my God. Then Drew McIntyre's eliminated, and then Gunther's eliminated. Then we're down to Cody Rhodes, and then we're down to CM Punk, y'all. And this is why I said the men's story was so much better. It was a beautiful storytelling because you have Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, and they go back and forth for about 10 minutes. So you kind of get a sneak peek of what a match would be like for them if they actually faced each other like a full hour or a full 30 minutes. So it was great. But it's a beautiful storytelling because you have Cody Rhodes, who dad is Dusty Rhodes, legend, American Dream. And then you have CM Punk, who was looking after Cody Rhodes at one point because his dad told him to. And they're just doing this beautiful story of two fighting men who really want to finish their story. You have Cody Rhodes who wants to finish his story and win this title because his dad never had it. And then you want CM Punk to win because he never won a Royal Rumble. He never got treated right. And you see two men fighting it. And then you get Cody Rhodes, y'all, and I'm telling this story. You get Cody Rhodes who's fighting, and then you get CM Punk who looks at Cody Rhodes and says, I'm not losing to Dusty's son. I lost it. It was so like angelic and raw. But these are my WrestleMania predictions, my road to WrestleMania predictions. This is what I think is going to happen leading up to WrestleMania. So the first thing that I think is going to happen, y'all, I think that Drew McIntyre and CM Punk are going to feud. I say this because they had that promo where they went back and forth and they got in each other's faces, and Drew was like basically being like hard on CM Punk, and then CM Punk eliminated him at the Royal Rumble. And if you know Drew McIntyre, he's kind of like Nia Jax. He don't forget nothing. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna call CM Punk out on Raw. That happens tonight. He's gonna call CM Punk out. It's gonna say, CM Punk, get out of here. And I think I think that's gonna be CM Punk's first feud before they turn CM Punk heel. I don't think they should keep CM Punk babyface. Yeah, he's good babyface, but he's so much better when he's like mean, like when he's very like the bad guy. I do think Jey Uso and Gunther will feud because Gunther threw Jey Uso out of the Royal Rumble, and they already were kind of having a feud before then with the New Day and Imperium. So I do think that's gonna happen, and I do think, y'all, that Gunther and Jey Uso are probably going to go against each other at the Elimination Chamber. And I think Gunther's going to drop the championship to Jey Uso at the Elimination Chamber. And check this out. I think Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso will face each other one-on-one at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. I know that's a stretch, y'all. When I was thinking of it, I was like, shit, girl, that's not going to happen. It might happen. It might happen. And then for my last Road to WrestleMania prediction, I do think Braun Breaker is now, since he got such a standing ovation and he did really good, and even Triple H said he was kind of like his breakout star in the Royal Rumble, I think that he's going to be officially moved over to Raw, and I think he's going to feud with the Judgment Day. And I say this because Dominic threw him out of the Royal Rumble, and then he speared Finn Balor outside. And Judgment Day, don't forget about nothing. They're going to beat you up if you mess with them. So I think his first feud is going to be with Judgment Day, and I cannot wait because I think Braun Breaker is like his name. He's a badass, and I think he needs to be utilized more. So my overall rating of the men's Royal Rumble, I gave it a good 6 out of 5, 7. Maybe I'm judging these Royal Rumbles too hard, y'all. I guess because I had higher expectations of returns and stuff. But I think the men's was really good at storytelling. I think it played beautiful stories, and I think they set up a lot of feuds that's gonna start after it. So for that, it was good. It was a little, I found myself getting a little bit more bored in the men's match. I don't know if it's because I was sleepy, y'all, because I tell y'all I go to sleep at 8 and it was hitting about 11:30. So I don't know if I was sleepier or what, but I just felt more like riled up during the women's. Now, after I watched the Royal Rumble, I kept thinking, y'all, where was Brock Lesnar? I was waiting for the beast incarnate. I was waiting for him to come out. He did not come out. So that was my only, like, really? Come on, WWE. You didn't give us Brock Lesnar, but maybe next year. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my video and listening to my Royal Rumble review. And as always,